Hi. Sorry I've been gone for the better part of 6 months as of uploading this video. Because, yeah, you've seen the community post. This is going to be the last video I ever make on this channel. For multiple reasons, I'll get into those in a bit. But, yeah. After 7 years, my YouTube hobby thing is finally going to end. And I don't know. Just a fair warning, I might get a little emotional in this. But, yeah. And here, just to get it out of the way, I do have my phone here for a script. Yeah, this is very loosely scripted. It's literally just about 10 bullet points. So, you know. Let's get started, I guess. I might go on a bunch of tangents, but fuck it, we ball. I might as well give some closure to you guys. That's what does the script say here? Oh yeah. First thing, this video was mostly just to give closure to you guys because I am, you know, I might as well, you know, talk about where I've been in the last 6 months, what I'm going to do going forward, and if I'm ever going to return on YouTube in any, I guess, any considerable fashion. The answer to that second bit, by the way, is probably not. And even if I do, it won't be anything related to the style of video that I've been making for the last 3 years almost now, or anything like that. So there's that, I suppose. So yeah. What's the first thing here I want to talk about? Oh yeah. So I already got the first 2 points out of the way, and here's when I considered it quits. So basically, I would say somewhere in the realm of roughly 1 year ago is when I kind of had this thought in my mind, right? Where it was like, you know, am I doing this because I want to upload things, or am I doing this for my audience? And after like thinking about that for a bit, I've kind of begun to realize it's the latter, and my whole mindset had shifted from, oh, you know, I'm just doing this for fun, I'm doing this for me, to I'm doing this because I think my audience wants to see this specific video. Like, maybe not the specific video, but at least something in the vein of what I've been making for a while. Shut the camera move, but yeah. Basically, yeah, I only have ever made videos, by the way. Like, I've never made a video just because I need to get a video out that day, by the way. That's not what this is about. I've only ever made videos when my interests and your guys' interests actually, at least what I think you guys' interests are, align with mine, and that has been slowly killing off my passion for the channel itself, among multiple other things, but I'll get into those later. On top of that, there's... what else is there? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I realized on top of that, that for school, for example, work as well, can I do an actual job on top of this kind of hobby? Has, like, me have no energy for anything else, and on top of that, I'm just kind of not into the things I used to be into. I think all of those factors are why I called it quits. I haven't had any videos in my head for the last 3 months, 4 months, maybe even 5, in terms of anything I would even make for the channel, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I said, I go off a bunch of tangents. What else is there? Here. I need to actually bring this back. What else is there? Oh yeah. Again, I already listed my reasons for mainly stopping, but if you didn't get them, mostly work, school, draining all my energy, not having any ideas, and also the fact that my mindset shifted from what do I want to make to what do you guys want to see. That is easy. I think that last one easily is the biggest thing that killed my passion for the channel. On top of the dwindling view count, which is obvious to anybody, obvious to anybody who, you know, has seen my channel in the last couple, not the last couple years, but just last year in general. It's just what happens when you stop uploading on this damn platform. You know? What else is there? So, here, hold on a minute. So, here, let me go and figure out where I am in my little script so I can, you know, I don't know. Again, this isn't going to be very edited, if at all, by the way. That's just not what this is for. But anyways. So, there's also those community posts and stuff you've seen me post, right? Let me go pull one up real quick before anything else. Please pull up. Thank you. Oh, yeah. This one. Right here. You can see it in the phone. I'll flip the fucking screen so you can see it. You know, that, I would say that is a pretty good, I don't know, that's a good summary, almost. If you can even call it a summary of why I've stopped, I guess. Again, I'm going on like 2 billion tangents, which is what I tend to do. But, you know, I just, yeah. I didn't ever think this video would become a reality either, by the way. I just like to let you know that. But anyways, yeah. You know, there's a reason why during my 30,000 subscriber video I asked if we were going to hit 40,000 rhetorically. And that's because I didn't think I would actually hit it. Because I knew that the channel was dying, I guess. I don't know. I might as well get into other things that have been impacting me that are actually more important, and I'm going to go bullet point by bullet point here, which might be a repetition of other things I've talked about prior, but frankly, I'm too tired to give a shit. So, whatever. Let's see here. Oh yeah, life stuff in general. So first of all, let's start with work. You know, let's see here. Oh yeah, so in February, I got a job. I'm not going to say where, obviously, but I did get one. And ever since then, I've just been working there on and off, you know, making money and all that stuff, as you do at a typical job. Which that already alone, you know, drains a bunch of my energy because I gotta fucking socialize all day. It's retail, if you were wondering. And, yeah, that alone already kills my energy as is, so I can't think for shit I can't really just think in general, actually, after a shift. Just want to go home and collapse in my bed most of the time, because, well, why wouldn't I, you know? Tired after work and all that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There's also school. I've been, you know, going to school. Last year of school I'll ever be in. Well, apart from college, because I'm going to college next year. But, you know, yeah, that class, my classes, particularly English in general, not English in general, just English itself, has been ramping up in intensity a lot. I've had to write a bunch of essays over recently. Well, I don't have to do anything this marking period, next marking period. I'm going to have to use literally every conceivable ounce of energy I have just fucking writing essays, basically. I've write 4 essays in the span of 2 months while doing a bunch of other shit, reading a bunch of books, doing all that stuff. You know? So, that definitely doesn't help anything here. And even then, after school, I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to go to college and all that stuff, and, you know, study data science is what I'm going to go into, which, you know, most obvious thing ever if you ever see my fucking channel. The most obvious thing ever if you ever see my channel. So, there's that. Oh yeah, then there's obviously the trans thing. The whole me being trans thing, transitioning thing, because I have transitioned a little bit in the time I've been on YouTube, even though I've been here for 7 years, and the last 2 specifically is when I started doing it. You know, that's also, like, all the stuff related to that has taken up some of my energy too. You know, if you know, you know. I'm not going to really elaborate on that all that much. frankly. There's nothing to really elaborate on, but whatever, I guess. If there was, I would elaborate on it. I don't even know why I have this here, but yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the lack of energy to create things in general. So actually, after writing that bit, this is gonna be the last thing I talk about in terms of my, in terms of specific, I guess, channel-specific things. This is why I'm uploading, anyways. It's like, I'd say over the last year or two, my desire to just create things in general has dwindled substantially, really. I mean, occasionally I make art related to how I feel, because that's just how art works. But I just don't really have a desire to create in the same medium, in this case videos, that I was doing before, I guess. You know? Well, I don't even know if you know, but, you know, I've just been not in the mood to create things, plain and simple. Well, I guess apart from things in art class, but I'm not going to show you the... Actually, I could show you one thing. Actually, it's over there. I'm too fucking lazy to get it, but yeah. But yeah, my desire to create has been in the shitter for a while. I don't even know why, really. Maybe just all my energy being gone for reasons I've vaguely talked about here. But yeah, I would say, even though, this video is all over the place, because, this is just meant to give closure to everyone as to where I've been and all that, even though I'm not doing such a good job at that, but I don't care. I would say I had a good run on YouTube. I would say I would say I had a pretty good 7 years on this platform. And again, if anyone here that was still around before my videos exploded was here, you know how I was like back then when I was 11. I just had a good run making videos for fun. It started with Let's Plays in 2019 when I was 11, and now here we are. First time I ever made anything that wasn't a Let's Play, I think. Anything that wasn't anything that wasn't a Let's Play is kind of vague, but anything that wasn't a Let's Play, probably in 2022, and the first time I made anything that wasn't what was my current style in May of 2023. I had a good run with those things. Just making little videos and chilling and all that stuff. The first one I made, well, fucking beating cancer of all things, just because I had nothing better to do. What else was I gonna do with my day, am I right? But, what else is there? Oh yeah. So, 2019 started making videos, made Let's Plays for a while, then whatever, now I do this, but, what else? Oh yeah. So, I said in the script to give an overview of my life since 2019 and what inspired this channel, so I might as well do the overview bit first. I guess. Again, this video is all over the place, but anyways. Ever since 2019, I've grown, I've matured, I've become a teenager, I've ended elementary school, started middle school, and then eventually high school. And then in 9th grade, I started high school, and during that year I got cancer. And then eventually beat it. And, oh my god, I dropped my fucking microphone. But, had cancer, beat that. And then after the fact, just kept making these videos. And, then in December, this channel blew up. You all know this. Give me a second. My fucking camera is gonna stop recording. Okay, anyways, like I was saying, I don't know. I guess I don't know what else to say on that. And then in, let's see here, in 2024, I think is when my channel really took off. And it's also the year I realized I was trans. Specifically in April of that year, because what else are you gonna do? can't just screw up your identity like that, I suppose. And I guess the rest, I don't know. There isn't really anything else to talk about apart from that. I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Again, like I said, got a job last year of high school, last 3-4 months of high school even, actually. And I guess I'll talk about what actually inspired this channel now, which might be the only thing that actually matters in this entire video of rambly bullshit. I think, I don't really know what actually explicitly inspired this channel. I think I saw other people doing it, and I kind of just wanted to do the same thing. I don't know who I was inspired by specifically. I think Brian might have played a part in it. Maybe Vsauce, some other random channels at the time, because I've been watching YouTube since I was like 5 or 6 even. I don't know. I think what inspired me to do the channel at all is just for the love of the game. I didn't have any other motives. I don't have any other motives today as to why I, make, or I guess made these things in particular. The inspiration was just because I wanted to, I suppose. I suppose that counts as inspiration, am I right? And that, and also just the love for the subjects I was doing at the time, breaking games and all that, which I am no longer interested in, which is why I'm not uploading things, obviously. That's why my last couple of videos have been all over the place. Synesthesia, to do a 31-1, fucking some random Minecraft April Fool's update thing, all of that stuff. I just made videos because I wanted to make videos like that. No harm in that. I guess that was my inspiration, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose at the end of this all, at the end of the day, this channel is a pretty fucking large part of my life. Remember, I'm only 18, specifically, what's today? The 16th, I believe. And this channel took I don't know. As of now, I'm only 18 years, 2 months, and 13 days old. It's February 16th, by the way, when I'm recording this, but, I'm only 18, and I started this channel when I was 11. Like, the gap between 18 and 11 is a pretty big one, almost 7 years to be specific. Like, if you boil down the numbers, let me get the number off my phone. This channel took up a total of 38.238372964. Not 64. Oh my god. 38.238327964 6448833 2585613877767 31%, or 2,557 days of my life out of the 6,687 that I will have lived when this video is uploaded on March 25th. And yes, I am scheduling this as an upload. Go figure. Well, not even go figure. It's just what I'm doing. That's a massive chunk of my time, and it almost, not even almost, it just does. I think it just does sadden me to let this massive, very influential part of my life go. Let this part of my life go. Well, I move on to other things in my life. Graduating, going to college, eventually leaving college, and all that shit. Just because, that's what there is to do. That's what I have to do after all of this. And I think at the end of it all, I'm honestly pretty proud of what I accomplished on this platform. I built up an audience of 33,100 people. I've gotten over 4 million views, and I'd imagine over 4 million of those are just from different people who've never seen my content, and they might have gotten something out of it at least. Or wasn't just at least something that wasn't just some autistic trans girl rambling into the microphone about a topic she was into that day. And me, I'm proud of the community I built over on the Discord. I rarely ever mention it, but I have had one not the entire time, but since 2022, so the entire time this channel's been a thing, or since it's blown up, I've had one. And I'm proud of that community I built over there. I'm proud of this channel. I'm proud of how far I've gotten, not just like you know, in life, but just as a person, I think, more than anything. I've matured a lot in the last, even the last 2 years even, but especially in the last 7. You know, like 7 years, like 11-year-old me is completely indistinguishable. Or not completely indistinguishable. 11-year-old me is like miles, entire fucking lengths from the earth to the sun away from my mental state now. Or honestly, just even who I am as a person. My entire personality has changed since then. You know? And like I said, for the 3rd time now, I'm proud of all of that. How I've changed, the community I built, the videos I made, the topics I've explored. Honestly, all of it. I think I found things out that a lot of people wouldn't have otherwise. It's just how I think. You know, this channel has only ever been built off of a raw curiosity for learning things. That's just what I've ever intended this channel to be. Like I said earlier, the death of this channel is coming from not because of the fact. Well, I mean, it's coming from YouTube killing my channel because I just don't love it enough. But it's like, you know, it's not coming from anything. Well, I mean, I guess it's coming from personal things, but it's not coming from anything crazy. It's just coming from the fact that my mindset shifted. You know, I'm not interested anymore, and I think, to be honest, I just grew up. There's nothing really else to say apart from that. Apart from the massive amount of words that meant probably nothing that I did just say. But, you know, I grew up. This channel didn't. I guess this channel just didn't. Well, I mean, I guess this channel did briefly grow up with me for the better part of a couple of years, but in the last 2, or not last 2, last 1.5, it just hasn't grown alongside me. You know? This channel just hasn't grown alongside me with having to do things. And I think it's honestly best to honestly leave the channel behind now. I'm just not interested in doing things anymore. I'm not going to upload. I'm not going to run my channel into the ground. You know, that's just not going to happen. I would never do that to you guys. Never. Not even once. You know? And like I said in the community post, I'd rather die the hero than live to become the villain. In this case, just pumping out slop. I'd rather... I mean, even the videos... Okay, the videos might be kind of like that, but that's just how I... That's just a product of how I script things. But you know what I mean. You know, I don't get a video out on a topic I don't know anything about just to get a video out on the topic I know nothing about. You know? I at least try figuring out what things are. Just okay, sorry about that. My fucking camera died, but like I was saying, I've only ever made videos. Let me adjust the brightness here. Okay. Like I was saying, I've only ever made videos just... I don't know. Oh my god, my fucking thing is not recording. Alright, like I said, I've only ever made videos just for love of making them. And the drive and the curiosity that I've had through my life. You know? I don't really know if I have anything else to say apart from all the rambling I've fucking done, you know? But I suppose this is goodbye to the channel, goodbye to you guys, because I'm moving on with it, and I don't know, I don't really know what life has in store for me for the next year, but you know, whatever. You know, it's kind of surreal, honestly. You know, seeing a bunch of dead channels on the platform, and then now, myself becoming one of the dead channels in the massive graveyard of dead channels that YouTube is. I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but you know. I know this channel ended up fading into obscurity someday. It already has started to. But I think I've left a pretty decent legacy on it, just of who I am as a person. That's all this channel has been for. I don't really know if I have anything else to say, so yeah, I suppose I'll, I don't know. I might as well go now. And, put this thing together. I didn't talk about it as much as I wanted to in this video, but this video is already almost 30 minutes of me just rambling about random bullshit anyway, is it? You know? So, like, I don't know. I suppose this is a goodbye. I just wanted to give you guys some closure on things and make it official that the channel was over. So, sorry about that. So yeah, I'm gonna go and go now. even though I really don't want to. It's been a crazy ride in the grand scheme of things. You know, maybe I'll appear one day. I'll appear again one day, but I don't have any plans to. And for at least for the in the future. So I kind of suppose this is goodbye. See ya.